Thought I'd spare you all my greasy barnet today. Anyway, we're doing cleaning. I have a hospital appointment, but because I'm doing this fundraiser thing where I have to walk as much as I can to raise money for the homeless cats, I was going to do one of my walks today, but then my appointment was supposed to be on Monday and then they changed it to today. So maybe I might, like, depending how soon I finish the cleaning, I might like start walking to the hospital's a 2-hour walk. It's like an hour bus. No, it's like a 40-minute bus, a 2-hour walk. So I might just start walking. Oh, tune. Anyway, so I might start walking like towards the hospital. But also it depends what time I finish cleaning because my appointment's at 3 o'clock. I will walk further than I normally would because I work at the hospital, so normally I get the bus. Because I'm going for... Now, all my girls with endometriosis will understand, and polycystic ovary syndrome and adenomyosis and all the other ones. I'm going for an internal ultrasound, which basically means they shove a massive fucking rod covered in lube up your vagina. I've had loads, but, you know, it still doesn't make it that nice. And the last one I went to, I walked in and there was just like a group of medical students just sat at the business end with their little clipboards. I didn't say anything because, I mean, you know, I can't exactly complain about people wanting to learn about the condition because it's severely under-researched, even though 1 in 10 women suffer with it. But yeah, I didn't want to wear like jeans or anything because obviously I'm going to be doing a bit of walking, hopefully. Don't want to let down all my sponsors, but yeah, I don't really want to go through all that and then have to just put jeans on, so it's not particularly the nicest thing in the world to have done, but yeah, all my girls will know. Right, just dry my hair. So, I thought I'd just explain a little bit about why I'm going for this appointment. I have, like I mentioned a second ago, I have endometriosis. Last year, December 2024, I had my diagnosis, if you can even call it that. They said, well, basically, I went for a laparoscopy surgery to remove, because it's going to sound weird, but I was lucky enough to have a huge cyst on one of my ovaries. But I say I was lucky enough because that meant that, unlike thousands of girls with endometriosis, I could have a surgery. And the thing with endo is it can only be diagnosed by surgery. You can't see it in scans. It doesn't show up any other way other than the main symptoms. And like, it can't be diagnosed without surgery. So I truly was lucky enough that I had that cyst because it meant I could have the surgery. Yeah, and by diagnosis, they sent me basically a letter after my surgery saying that, you know, we found endometriosis. You should see your GP and go on contraception. And that was all I got. I didn't get a follow-up appointment or anything like that. But that's just the reality of, you know, healthcare in this country. But I'm not going to be super depressing. But the reason I'm going for the scan is because it's been just over a year since my surgery. And so they found my bowel was fused to the side of my body. And that's why I was having such intense, like, I would call it poo pain during my period. But yeah, it was because my fucking bowel was fused to the side of my body. Not normal. And the stuff that us ladies have to go through, it's just bullshit, to be honest. But I haven't struggled that much in the last year since my surgery, and then I noticed around Christmas time or just before, my pain has started to come back like to the way it used to be. So because it's so shit to try and get seen by a doctor in this country, which is the UK, by the way. Just using this perfume I got for Christmas from my boyfriend's dad and stepmom. I could never afford that by myself. And I'm gonna wear So Pistachio Caramel. What was I talking about? Wait. Yeah, so when you actually, if a GP will take you seriously, you'll get referred to gynecology. It takes a year on the waiting list for gynecology to be seen by a doctor. Luckily, thank you, Dr. Manyami, last year, well, it would have been about 2 to 3 years ago now, the first appointment, she took me seriously. She did an examination, she listened to my symptoms, and she said, yeah, I think you do have it. Bear in mind, my mum has been convinced that I've had it since I was 13, and I've been seeing doctors since then, but that's just the reality of the condition. It takes on average 11 to 14 years, I think, for a woman to be diagnosed. It took me 11 years. But Dr. Manyami took me seriously straight away, said she wanted me to go for scans for my ovarian cyst, and that she believed me. And then it took about a year before I got my surgery date. Yeah, so all in all, it was about 2 years from the referral to getting the surgery. And so that's why I wanted to go and see a doctor now, because my pain is bearable, but I wanted to get my foot back in the door and like get on the waiting list. So this scan is the first sort of part of the whole process starting again for me. I really hope, you know, if it gets to it, I would be happy to have another surgery, even though it was really fucking scary and painful. But the difference in how I felt afterwards was crazy, seriously. Anyway, I need to go clean. I'm not gonna do a deep clean because I'm not feeling it, to be honest. I've seeing as we're on the topic of lady issues, I am due on. I'm not feeling very well. Alexa, play Grimy by Dillinger.
On Thar Grind by Daz Dillinger from Spotify.
What? Alexa, play Grimy by Dillinger.
Here's a station based on Grimy by Dillinger.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, play Grimy by Dillinger on Spotify.
I can't find the song Grimy by Dillinger on Spotify.
Time to get grimy. Ugh. Why is that so sweet? Does maple syrup like intense if you leave it? Also, on the topic of CBD oil, anyone who's trying to give up smoking weed, I really recommend taking CBD oil. It didn't necessarily help me quit because I quit before I started using it, but sometimes like I miss smoking and then I use some of that and it tastes like edibles and I'm like, ugh, ew. So it helps in that sense. It tastes like shit. I'm like actually stressed right now about like getting to my appointment on time and doing my walk and stuff. It's fine.
And how could you still have love for me, girl? It's easy to love me now.
These gaffs though, they're so nice. Clean up in this meal. Wow, that is so pretty. I just met this nice old man, but I didn't fancy crossing at the middle of a roundabout, so I've walked down here. This looks a bit safer. Oh my god, he's well ahead of me now, but I didn't want to cross at that roundabout. Fuck that. This hotel's supposed to be really haunted, apparently, so I'd like to stay there, to be fair. Pretty. I'm kind of lost, to be fair, but I don't really like using Google Maps because I want to keep my brain alive, so... Oh, okay, I think that's where the pavement goes to. So cute. So nice. So I'm at the hospital now. I'm just whispering because I'm literally in the same toilet that I use when I'm at work, so... My appointment's in a minute. I'm thirsty as hell. I need to find some water. I'm back from my appointment now. Not really much happened, to be fair.
We can't keep eyes over. Worms. Yes, pressure on what?
Is it hot?
Yeah.
Ah.
Come closer so it doesn't drop. Just eat it. It's not that hot.
That's weird. I mean, usually bugs are attracted to light.
Creamy.
Delicious and unhealthy.
Wait, what else do that sound?
Do you want to come and pick what bowl you want? What do you rate it out of 10?
1 sec. Mm. 9.5.
Oh, wait, what would you rate the Greek wraps we had last night?
If they didn't have so much garlic stuff in them, probably 8.5
Cool.
or 9.
They were pretty good.
But the garlic stuff made it like a 7.
Yeah, true.
But actually, no, it's still like quite high. I'd say 8.
It was just too much garlic in the sauce.